Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back. This portion is brought to you by Invader Coffee. Invader Coffee aims to serve only the highest quality organic air roasted coffee beans sourced from free trade farms all over the world. The best coffee at an affordable price. Log on to invadercoffee.com, place your order, use the code Snowman for 15% off. Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. Tomorrow, the lovely Jennifer Garrett from the Move the Ball podcast, and she's been doing a lot of things. She'll talk about her experience at the NFL Combine, the players she's met, who she thinks will be the number one pick, and everything. That's tomorrow during hour 2 of Snowman in the Morning. The Big Dog and Vic Alon joining me here. And I finally get to say something in vindication that nobody believed. I'll tease everybody by starting with this. Russell Wilson, you fool! You actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Yeah, you know it. Look. Did I not say this 2 years ago?
You did.
When he signed with the Denver Broncos?
Yep.
My first question was, what the hell is he doing out in Denver? And everybody's telling me, oh, he's going out there with Sierra. That will explain part of it, but the other part is he's cooked. Matter of fact, let me do it this way. Now give me this camera. Hey, Russell Wilson, how does it feel to know you ain't got a job? At least temporarily. You've been cooked since your latter days in Seattle when Pete Carroll decided not to protect you with an offensive line. That's not only your fault, but that's Pete Carroll's fault as well. Period. Oh, by the way, you didn't have much of a running game. You didn't have a running game in 2019 when you were half a yard away from winning the division. But you couldn't finish the job, which describes the latter part of Russell Wilson's career. I said it, and I'll say it again. The latter part of Russell Wilson's career, he could not finish the job. And actually, that started in Super Bowl 49. Malcolm Butler, anyone?
Facts.
For you to be the leader of that offense, knowing Marshawn Lynch put you a yard away from back-to-back titles, and you didn't audible and hand him the ball, that's a you problem, Russell Wilson.
Which has haunted him for years.
And will continue to haunt him for eternity. Why didn't you just turn and why didn't you just tell everybody in the huddle? And I know this is second guessing. I know that. I wasn't in Phoenix, Arizona. Hell, I was locked. I was locked up on a seventh floor in Michigan City, Indiana, trying to get my head screwed on straight.
I remember that.
All right. All right. Super Bowl 49. Victor remembers. I went away for a little bit. First of 2 trips I made. Why? My head exploded with all the I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not cuss. I will not
Save
cuss.
that for an unfiltered episode.
Yeah.
Thank you. I definitely will do that.
I'm game.
But Russell Wilson, how's the phrase goes? Congratulations. You played yourself by not handing the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
Look, I've said it before about Russell Wilson has never been an audible quarterback. He usually goes with what the coach says. The coach says he will go and perform it to as best he can. So maybe that didn't come to him. But at some point, you have to have a brain in your head. The best quarterbacks, from Johnny Unitas to Dan Marino to, of course, Joe Montana, Steve Young, and even Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, they have a brain in their head that says, okay, what the play has been called for, it's not going to work. I can see it with my eyes. It's not going to work. Let me make an audible. If it works, great. If it doesn't, at least I know I made a better decision than what the coach is making.
Absolutely right.
Okay, hold up a second. First off, you guys want to get spicy today? I'm with you. Believe me. Flaming hot queso. I'm with you guys on spice today. You want to know why? Let me tell you what's going on. Russell Wilson has never had these two words, an analytical brain.
There you
at
go.
All.
There you
go. He has never been able to read the field better than what the play has. He can't see downfield. He can't see the dump off. He goes play by play, word for word.
Yep.
Every great quarterback is able to read the field and scheme it like that. He's never had the protection. Pete Carroll, that's on you. But the fact of the matter is,
can you say that again, please? Because I've said it for years. Can you say that again, please?
I'll say it for those in the cheap seats. Pete Carroll, that front seven is on you.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, Russell Wilson has never had the time to develop an analytical brain to the point where now he's cooked worse than a Gordon Ramsay 5-star meal.
He's cooked worse than the beef Wellingtons at Hell's Kitchen.
Get this camera off of me.
But that's been his Achilles heel. And this is the problem. I remember when he first got signed to Denver, because one of my favorite YouTubers, Tom Grassi.
I call Victor and laugh my head off.
One of my favorite YouTubers, Tom Grassi. He loves to do skits.
The great Grassi.
Yep, he does a lot of hilarious skits. And one he did was for Denver Broncos fans and how they were so tired of being on the carousel of having bad quarterback after bad quarterback. And finally, they got Russell Wilson. And they're like, we're off the carousel. We're free. Yeah, 2 years later.
I know what Russell Wilson's biggest problem was when it came to Denver? The shadow of Peyton Manning.
I'll go one step further. The shadow of John Elway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The shadow of the greatest quarterback in Denver Broncos history, John Elway.
Mm-hmm. John the Jet Elway.
Okay? They didn't retire number 7 because of Craig Morton. They retired number 7 because of John Elway. Come on.
But it's what the big dog just said. Russell Wilson has never had an analytical brain. He's never had a brain that can say, this does not look right. Like if I see them stacking the box, I'm not going to go, half bad gut.
Yep.
I'm going to use play action or something. See if there's something on the soft middle.
Play action screen to the outside. Play action screen to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees. I always called the surgeon because he was able to see the field. He was able to see what defense was giving him, and he knew how to work them over for the best amount.
So you gonna make me go there, right? Steve Young.
I mentioned Steve Young.
You're gonna make me go there, right? Steve Young. You're gonna make me go there, right? Troy Aikman.
You're
gonna make me go there. Broadway Joe Namath.
Yes. You're gonna make me go there, Phil Simms, who still holds the record to this day of completion percentage in the Super Bowl. Russell Wilson can't say that.
No, he cannot.
Nope.
Russell Wilson can't say that and never will be able to say that because he's never going to get back to another Super Bowl. Hell, I'll say this, and I'm going to say it aloud, and people are going to be so mad at me. The Russell Wilson apologists, and there are plenty. Give me this doggone.
Yes.
You know what? Give me this doggone camera. Give me this camera. Russell Wilson, just like LeBron James, will never, ever see the playoffs again. Ever.
Russell may not see a football field ever again.
Say that for those in the cheap seats, will you?
Russell Wilson, just like LeBron James, just like Russell Westbrook, okay? And just like the Chicago Cubs, and I got a hilarious Cubdom experience to close the show, will never, ever see the playoffs again.
Russell Wilson may not ever see a football field again because this destroyed.
I hope he doesn't. And the Russell Wilson apologists. Let me bring the fellows back here. And the Russell Wilson apologists are going to start the Hall of Fame discussion. You know what? Give me this. You know what? The Russell Wilson apologists are going to start the Hall of Fame discussion. My next 3 words are as follows.
Stop the cap.
My next 2 words go like, and the 2 words after that go like this. You fool! And you know something? Michael, say it.
Stop it. Get some help.
and that's a young Michael from 1985. Okay,
This stint.
Let me finish ruffling. No, I'm not going to ruffle the feathers. I'm going to rub them backwards. Russell Wilson sucks. LeBron James is a bum. Russell Westbrook is Russell Westbrook. Sharman Harden, good Lord, don't get me started. And Kyrita Herbal Tea, all y'all belong in the same boat. You all suck.
Trace.
Matter of fact, thank you, Shane. While we're improvising,
we're talking about that Kang
who sucks. Matter of fact, this is what I think about every player I just named from all the different sports. Hit it!
Trace.
Oh, Pastor, help us.
Here's the thing. This stint in Denver has ruined Russell Wilson's trade stock. No one's going to want him after this.
I certainly wouldn't.
His stock plummeted like a Fortune 500 company.
I'm going to make Victor laugh his ass off for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Because I know Victor didn't see this one coming. I know the big dog didn't see this coming, nor anybody in the chat. But for the next 2 minutes, all of y'all are going to laugh when I make the following comparison.
Okay.
You know who Russell Wilson reminds me of?
Who?
The 2019 version of Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins.
If I see Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins out here.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Big Ben Sutter, for that. Nice. You're welcome.
Nice.
And you know why I compare Russell Wilson to Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins?
Mm-hmm.
The 2019 version of Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins. Here's why I make that comparison. We all saw. Let me borrow from one of my favorite YouTubers, Urinating Tree. The ride never ends when it comes to the Denver Broncos, and the ride ain't going to end when it comes to Russell Wilson apologists. Why do I make this comparison to Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins? Everybody in Minnesota, including the legendary Paul Allen, and y'all know I love PA as a play-by-play announcer, were hyped up to the point my best friend Victor Locke called me after Minnesota beat New Orleans in overtime with a touchdown pass from Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins to Kyle Rudolph to earn a trip to Santa Clara.
Right.
After that happened, my wife looked at me, and within a second, Victor called me. And Victor said, let me do this right. I got to pay homage to Cole Johnson because he got me started doing this. Victor said to me, quote, how bad do you think the Niners are going to beat up Kirk Cousins? Close quote.
I sure did.
To wit, my beautiful wife said, quote, I was wondering the same thing. Close quote. Now, with both sets of eyes looking at me, one through the phone, as they were awaiting my answer, and I'm trying not to laugh, I said, if Minnesota scores 17 points, I'll be surprised.
Right.
Victor's next word was, damn.
I'll buy that.
And Jody looked at me and said, you think it's going to be that bad? I said, baby, it's going to be worse.
You weren't wrong.
The entire week, I swear to y'all, the entire week. Oh, boy, Jody was getting me hype, okay? Because the game, of course, was played on a Saturday. Jody was getting me hype, all right? She said, you can work here in your office. I'll bring you snacks. Then we'll watch the game. You're on. So what do? At about 12:30, I fell asleep. Jody comes in the room. Baby, you know it's an hour before kickoff. Oh, man. I get up. I freshen myself up. Jody's in the kitchen cooking. She brings the snacks, and the 49ers bring the thunder. Jody gives me a kiss after the game, and she says, you know your football. I'm like, told you. I only saw one word from Victor Locke. Damn.
Yeah.
The only word I saw from Victor after that ass whooping, my Niners put on Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins. Damn.
I think you and I actually talked after that game, and I think I left a message to the regards of where the hell was Minnesota?
They didn't show up. They were still in the mountains somewhere.
You know what? All my friends sent me a message and said, you got to get Paul Allen's reactions to that game. I searched for 3 hours to find clips of Paul Allen calling that game and couldn't find it. I found Greg Papa's clips with no problem. Didn't find anything with Paul, and bless Paul Allen. I love Paul Allen. Man, I know where I've been, where he's been. Okay,
Paul Allen is not subjecting himself to that mess.
Listen, I've been where Paul Allen has been. Michigan City, 2018. Hello, semi-state game. We were up 10-7 after 1 and lost 35-10. Been there. Okay, and I got a funny story to share about that after the break. But Russell Wilson, you're done. You're cooked, and nobody, and the snowman means nobody.
Nobody
will take a chance on you ever again. And if they do, they're foolish.
Yes, they are.
They are quite foolish.
Don't worry.
Wilson,
Carolina will take them.
Yeah, probably. But Russell Wilson, you're fired.
You're fired. And I'll just say it the Cole Johnson way. You fired. And you'll never get another, and you'll never be employed by the NFL again.
Don't worry, he'll get picked up by Carolina.
Now you can go.
They need somebody.
They need somebody.
Now I'm going to say something that'll totally ruffle some feathers in the pop culture, and I don't pay attention to pop culture, but my statement is simple. Now you can go bend the knee to Sierra and have your balls hung over your head again.
Ooh.
That's no man's take.
Damn.
What is yours?
We said we're going to be spicy. We didn't say we were using habanero sauce.
Hey, I got some Chipotle sauce in the fridge. I'll go get it. We'll be back after this.
I went Carolina Reaper with that last one.
Whoa.